I've noticed a lot of home organization videos on YouTube tell you that the answer to all of your problems is to just simply go out and buy a bunch of home organization crap, like this kind of stuff. The problem is this does not solve your problem. Your problem isn't that you don't have cute baskets and cute bins and shelves to organize everything. Your problem is you simply have too much stuff. Today, I am going to share a simple way for you to get your home organized once and for all. And then I'm also at the end going to share the home organization items that I actually do find worth it. And I'll throw in a couple in there that I don't think are worth it. Home organization is all about having systems in place that make your home and your life run smoothly. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to create intentional drop zones. Now, before I created intentional drop zones in my house, my entryway in my home was a mess. One of the things that you're first going to do to set this up is you are going to watch how your family comes in the door and what they do with their stuff. When they take off their backpack, when they take off their purse, they take off their shoes, they take off their jacket. What are they doing with these items? Where are they going? And you're just going to watch them, because the key to having any organization is people have to use it. If nobody uses your organization, it's just going to be doomed from the beginning. So anytime I'm doing organization, I watch to see what my family's already doing so that I can kind of closely meet them where they are. And that is your key to success. So for my entryway, what I've done after I've watched my family and how they come home, the first thing they do is take off their backpack. So right when you walk in, on the left is a bin and you can put your backpack in there. Then they put down like the little things like their keys, sunglasses, just the small things. And so I've got a bowl where they can put everything in there. Then they take off their shoes. And of course, I've got a console table right here, or kind of like a hutch, and they can put their shoes right in there. I've also got a wire bin that they can put their shoes in. I think it's important that your storage is kind of clear so that you can see what's in it, and they put their shoes in there. Then they get into the door a little bit more, and the coat closet is just in the back here, and they can go and hang up their coats. Problem solved. No more entryway looking like a bomb went off. The next thing we're going to get under control is our well-used rooms. And what we're going to put in those well-used rooms are the things that we use all the time. So think about kitchens, bathrooms, bedrooms. These are very well-used rooms that you're in multiple times a day, right? And so you're gonna put your items in your kitchen that you use all the time. Your coffee pot, your toaster, maybe your blender. You're not gonna put the things that you don't use often. Like if you've got a big roasting pan that you only use on Thanksgiving, that's gonna be stored somewhere else, not in a well-used room. And the big thing here is anything that you're storing in these rooms, you wanna put them at eye level. I like to put, as much as possible, any appliances that I use often or anything that I use often, I have it at eye level. Anything I use less frequently, like my bread machine, for example, it's a little bit heavier. I put that down low. Sometimes I'll even put that behind the things that I use often. You just want to make sure that the things you're always reaching for are really accessible, and that you're not putting, like if you have toast every day, you're not putting your toaster back behind your colander at the back of a pantry. You're putting it somewhere where you can just grab it and use it. And maybe that place where you grab it and use it is on your countertop. That's the other thing. Put things on your countertop, sure. Don't have it fully cluttered with things. I like to put things that I use daily on there. Some people don't even go that far. Some people like to have their counters completely empty. I like to have a little bit of stuff on my counter, and definitely the things I use every day, like coffee pot, toaster, bread box. Those are my daily items, and they're right on my countertops. Okay, now think about your less used rooms. For me, that would be like my laundry room, for example. And in my laundry room is where I store the things that I don't use as often. Let me show you. So in here in the laundry room, you can see that I've got things in here that I just don't use every day. Like I've got extra batteries in here. I've got extra candles. These are the things that I don't need all of the time. I've also got specialty cleaning products, pest control items, and that's kind of what we store in these less used rooms. Open shelves people love them, right? They're like my personal nightmare because I just do not want to have to keep everything clean. I don't want to keep those shelves looking neat or nice. So my next tip here is to invest in closed storage. If you don't have closed storage, like I've got some pantries in my home, if you don't have that, even an ottoman that you can store things in is a step up. or some kind of trunk that you can use to store things in, or a coffee table that has storage. Try to think about where you can store your items so that you're not just having everything out in the open. Don't make your life so difficult in that you need to like keep it all neat and tidy all the time. I do think for those open shelves, you kind of have to treat them like decor. So you can't really store like extra things there. You have to really just put things on display. And to me, it's not super functional. But when thinking about your drawers, I think that unless you keep your drawers very tidy and organized, they're inevitably gonna get messy. What I recommend is get yourself something like this, like a drawer divider. When you have the drawer dividers, it kind of keeps your drawer organized for you. And you don't have to run out and buy some. I do have some I'll recommend. I'll link them below. You don't have to buy them though. You can use shoe boxes, you can use a shoebox top, you can use a phone box, you can use packaging, anything. Just be creative, take it, stick it in your drawer and use it as a drawer divider. Use it to section off parts of your drawer and then store like items with like items in that drawer. And then you'll just keep it up naturally and your drawer will always look neat and organized. A lot of people like to decorate their kitchen and add decor. I'm a huge fan of adding like artwork to the kitchen. I think that looks nice. I don't think adding decor to your countertop is very functional or will help to keep you organized, however. I see people putting lamps or like knickknacks, and I think that if you want to do something in your kitchen and have some decor in there, I would decorate with things that you use on a daily basis. I have a very nice olive oil container and we keep that on our countertop. I think it looks pretty, but it's functional. So it not only serves as decor, we also use it regularly when we're cooking and eating. I also have like a little spoon holder that's decorative, but it's functional. So try to think about if you want to decorate your kitchen, especially on top of your counter, just try to decorate with things that you already use. Another thing to keep yourself organized is make sure that you keep like items with like items. Or when you're organizing your kitchen, for example, put the pots and pans together. Put the baking utensils all together. Even in my pantry, I've got all of my baking supplies together. I've got all of my cooking supplies together, and it just makes it a lot easier when you're looking for something. You could do this in the bathroom as well. Have a drawer dedicated to teeth, have a drawer dedicated to face or skin, have a drawer dedicated to hair, however you want to do it, but just get like items matched with like items. Another way to keep yourself organized is you need to be picky, very picky about what comes into your home. Don't be out there buying lots of things and bringing it home. It's just going to add to the clutter. It's going to ruin any organization system that you have. Anytime you buy something, I personally like agonize over things that I'm buying. I just want to make sure that I have a place where I can store it, that I truly need it, that it's not wasteful, and that it's not going to mess up my organization system. In our homes, we have so much stuff, and when you start just adding and adding and adding, it gets out of control, you can't maintain it, and that's where the disorganization happens. Okay, and then to maintain the organization, we are going to institute a 10-minute tidy every day. If you can't do 10 minutes, do 5. Whatever it is, but you just need to maintain those organizational systems that you've put into place, because if you don't actively maintain them, they're not gonna happen. So do the 10-minute tidy, set a timer, go around, tidy up the spaces, get everything back in order, and that 10 minutes a day will save you hours and hours and hours of time. Okay, I promised you the home organization items that I think are worth it, so I am going to list them and show them to you in no particular order. Number 1, if you've followed my channel before, you know I am obsessed with these velvet hangers. Love them so much. You can hang delicate tops on there. They don't get destroyed, but the best part is they are very slim. You can fit a bunch in your closet and they look very cohesive. So they instantly upgrade your closet and make it look really nice. I love these wire shelves. I have these tall cabinets and I don't want to necessarily like stack all my dishes on top. I want it to be functional. So I just add a wire shelf and then I can use the upper space and the lower space and it's a lot easier to get out my dishes. I also use it in my pantry to elevate my flour and my sugar so that I can see it really well. Speaking of the pantry, I love these Anchor Hawking glass jars. I'm a huge fan of decanting things, especially things like flour, sugar, dried goods. I've seen too many people's homes with bugs come in from the supermarket and then they just get into your whole pantry. So I like to put everything in a glass jar just to contain any possible bugs that might have come in. Expandable drawer dividers. I've got this bamboo one. I have it in multiple drawers around my house. Also love them. I also love these little plastic baskets. These are so cute. I put my vitamins in them and then I can easily just pull the whole thing out, get the vitamin that I'm looking for, and put the whole thing back in. Easy peasy. This egg holder, something you never knew you needed. Again, super functional. It reduces all of the packaging, gives us more space in the fridge. I just stick it in there and stick my eggs in there. Love it. I will also link these soap storage things. You can put hand soap in there. You could put dish soap in there. You could probably put laundry detergent in there. You know, anything that's liquid, you could put lotion. It's great. I love decanting my items because I think it instantly gives a nice look to your home rather than having all of the loud products with their labels. I just decant it and it immediately upgrades the kitchen or the bathroom. And then storage things that I don't think are worth it. I don't have such a long list here because at the end of the day, whatever you get for storage in your home, you need to make sure that it works for you and that you like it. So things that I may not find useful, you may love them. But I personally don't particularly like to use any storage that's not see-through. So any bins that are like colored, maybe even baskets, unless I'm putting like towels in there and I know that the basket is full of towels or something like that. But if I'm trying to store stuff in a basket and I can't see what's in there, it's already causing a problem for me because I just won't know it's there. And I'm gonna have to empty the entire basket to see it. I also don't particularly love like plastic baskets. Now I have a ton of them. They're a lot less expensive than the wicker baskets and you can somewhat see through them. So I'm not like completely knocking them, but I am trying to move away from so much single-use plastic. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.